Thanks for coming. I'll certainly answer any questions for you.
Back row right, Clay.
Coach, how would you tackle red zone offense or turnovers?
Yeah, it's effort is not the question. Discipline, which is penalties. We had 6 on defense and red zone production. We spent more time than we normally spend on it. And ball security, I was a raving lunatic most weeks. So about just high and tight fundamentals, and that goes back to discipline because obviously they've been taught that. And I think guys are pressing, trying to make plays, and so which is like I said, if effort's an issue, then you implode. If it isn't, then you just coach and teach and get better each week.
Second row middle, Ryan.
When you have a player like Cardale getting a lot of criticism on social media, do you address that with them or with the team, and did you kind of anticipate the possibility of this happening with having 2 capable quarterbacks as starters?
I don't, I did talk to the team about, I drew a circle, and the foundation of our team is solid, and if if there's cracks in that, then we got a problem. But then you have a line outside of it, which, like you said, I don't pay attention to. So whatever criticism is there, he's 8-0 as a starter, and we're trying to get him to 9-0 and do the best we can. Execution's not there, and so you work at it. So I did talk to the team about it. I have talked to him about it as well. Not a lot. If that's if playing quarterback at Ohio State, and if anybody has dreams of going to the next level, it's called life in the big city. Move on and get better.
Front row right, Austin.
Urban, I know you touched on the ball security. When you have a guy like Jalen Marshall, who you need on the field, he has 110 yards in that game, fumbles twice.
Yeah.
What's the best way to handle that, address it moving forward when you probably need him on the field?
Oh, of course you don't need if it's ball on the ground, but he's a very conscientious guy. I like Jalen. He's practicing very hard. He worked at it. And I don't mean to bore you with our answers, but you work really hard at it and try to get better if you're struggling in an area.
Does that mean an extra period of ball security for a guy?
That means throughout. We don't have ball security periods. We have them. It's called practice, and guys chasing around trying to hit the ball out constantly. I'm constantly watching it, and it's called discipline. Just and then he strains to get extra yards. And that's get down or get both hands on it. Like on the punt return, they went in to try to strip, and he did a great job. And do you remember the last 40-yard punt return? The guy did a good job, and he had his hand on it, and Jalen pulled it in. So discipline and awareness.
Tim.
Yeah, Urban, you kind of hinted the other day when I think Steve Helligan asked you about J.T. Barrett possibly seeing some action in the red zone. Do you see that moving along? Do you see that possibly happening?
Oh, I haven't made any finalized decisions yet. I think red zone is a topic of discussion here. It's been a strength. We led the country, I believe, in 12 and 13, I believe. Or when I say led the country, we're very good at it. And then that's got to be a strength. You score those touchdowns, how's this for a comment? If we score those touchdowns, if we don't turn the ball over, we don't have penalties, there'd be nothing to talk about.
That's what I want to follow up, though. What we're talking about here,
If I was taller and could run faster, I'd probably be playing right now too. But
I know that's what I want to follow up with.
About that?
Is that though the fact that the 3 turnovers Saturday and those penalties?
How frustrating! Awful.
That did. How do you fix? Is it just?
We practice really hard. Yeah. I don't once again. You guys are great. You guys are great. I don't mean to bore you. If you want me to come up with, do we have a T-shirt made that says "Don't fumble" or something like that? No. And I'm not being a smartass. I'm just. We work really hard. It's what a bunch of grown men sit in that room and stare at each other for 14, 16 hours a day and figure out ways. That's why they call you coach. Quit turning the darn ball over.
We didn't even ask you about Maryland the other day. Is there anything? What stands out about Maryland to you? They're like in the latter quarter of the country in total offense, the latter quarter of the country in total defense. What do you?
Well, 6-0 against our rivals at halftime, and they were playing really hard. I see exceptional athletes at the offensive skill position and exceptional athletes in the defense. I see the best punt returner in America, a guy that we have to get on the ground. We played them before. Our guys know most of these guys. They're twitched up on the defensive line, which means they're quick. And we will get Maryland's best shot. That's the way it is. And we expect it. We're bracing for it. And our players are smarter than we are. They know what's coming. Regardless of what you see on film, you're going to get it.
Front row Dave.
It sounds like it could be a serious injury with Cam Burrows. What's the update with
Yeah, he had surgery on his foot. It was a re-injure. I hate to give you, it was a re-injury. He had surgery. He's out. He's out for this season.
chance he could potentially get a 50 years since he hasn't redshirted yet?
Oh, yeah, he falls into the window. I don't know that. I'm sorry, I don't know that.
A couple quick follow-ups.
Yeah,
Harris Campbell, what's his status?
he's good. He practiced today. He's playing.
And then, real quick, Mike Weber, Torrance Gibson, do they still play this year? Do you think he might live?
Haven't made those decisions yet. Mike Weber's not quite 100% yet. Torrance Gibson is, and just haven't made a decision. They're prepping to get ready.
To the left, Jeff. My bad. Doug.
Irvin, I guess maybe Western Michigan did a little more with some of the, seemed like back shoulder throws along the
Yeah.
side against the defense. Indiana tried maybe some of those routes. I know you can't defend every single thing the team does. With the way you guys play defense, are you okay if that maybe one?
Yeah, I mean, if they're high-end execution plays and you have choices to make, and that's either going to play soft and give them, and we're not going to do that. Pull your hair out of the penalties, but when you play press coverage, your hands are all over people, and we're not given the free access throw. And Western Michigan's their execution on those are hard execution plays, and we will continue to play press coverage.
And we haven't talked to Tim Beck yet this year. You saw the quarterbacks last year. JT came in, played great. Cardale, when you needed him, came in and played well. And the quarterback play maybe hasn't been quite as good. Is coaching part of that? Is that part of why?
Well, I think everything's a part of it. I think quarterbacks are the product of those around you. When they play great, we say that. When they don't play well, the timing, and it's not all the quarterback. Certainly when there's transition in coaching staff, it takes a minute to get on the same wavelengths. I don't see that as an issue. I see guys working I see everyone working their tails off, and that's usually a good indication that things are going to start to improve. And once again, if we a little more, once again, if a little more accurate, take care of the football, and we're still, number 2 in scoring in the Big Ten. We just got to get better.
And front row, Bill.
Last year's game, Maryland was kind of how big was that for you?
Huge. Yeah, I was concerned because I know who Maryland recruits. There's a lot of highly recruited kids on their team, and I remember last year going there. I believe it was an earlier game, and in that locker room we had to dress outside, and but our kids really responded. It was one of the best games we played last year, and you're right, it was a turning point.
And this year, this is that halfway on the season. Do you feel like, do you feel like this is potentially the turning point?
I think at some point there has to be, and we're rocking a little bit. We're teetering, and we need something, someone, somehow to push us over the break the rock, as I keep telling them. And how do you break it? Once again, there's not silly signs or slogans, or it's elbow grease and hard work. And I'm watching that very closely, and they're doing a good job.
And last 2 questions. Far left, Lori.
Coach, I really wasn't engaged at this point last season, but in what ways is October 2014 Cardale different from October 2015 Cardale?
My gosh, I can't remember. So long ago. Much different. Yeah, October 14, it was, just focus and engagement and staying locked in all the time. And that's not an issue right now. It's just execution. Much different.
And far back, Jared.
Yeah, just a thought on practice. How it evolved through the season, maybe 5, 6 games into the season. You just played 91 snaps, a lot of football. I just wonder how you manage their bodies and manage the time of the
The amount of time we spend on that's a great question. Is we have a sports performance team, and everything's charted. Everything's the amount of contact, the amount of reps. Those are all charted. There's Von Bell has had 126 more reps than he had this time last year, competitive reps. So we're just monitoring it, and that's Coach Mick. We have a staff meeting every day at 9 o'clock. He reviews that with our unit leaders, with our position coaches. Sometimes they'll temper how many reps they get in practice. Maybe a backup will get more reps. But it's amazing how that's changed over the evolution of that in the last 5 years. 5 years ago, there was zero discussion about that. And so, you know, last year, I think our strength coach, our performance team, had the same starting lineup in August that we had in January, other than the quarterback, obviously, and I think it was Dontre. And those are structural. You can't stop that. That's just a bad part of the game. Also, Nick Connor hurt his knee, and he's out for the year. He had surgery, or he hurt it yesterday in practice, and he has a black stripe off. He was really coming on, and so keep him in your thoughts. But, you know, he hurt it yesterday, and we alerted his family, so that's why I announced it now. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.